Greetings and welcome to AlonzoBash Podcast, where art and culture meets activism. In today's episode, Alonzo chats with the one and only Ms. Terri Lyons. This woman is a straight-up triple threat, award-winning actress, Calypso Queen, and Soca sensation. She's opening up and talks candidly about her life's journey from highs to lows. Terri gives credit to her mother for many sacrifices made, and talks about family misconceptions and her relationship with celebrity dad, Mr. Austin Lyons, aka Super Blue. We're talking authentic stories, vibrant culture, and mad inspiration. Terri's bringing that unstoppable energy and unique voice to the mic. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. It's Caribbean culture, music, and talent like you've never heard before. Unfiltered, unapologetic, and unforgettable. AlonzoBash Podcast starts now.
Greetings and welcome to AlonzoBash Podcast. I'm your host, AlonzoBash, and of course today, as of always, man, we have a special guest. This guest is actually royalty. She's doing a soca royalty. Without further ado, you heard the intro, Miss Terri Lyons. Welcome.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Of course. You know, we behind the scenes, we've been working on this interview for a while. You know how to call it bigger heads to get the contact, you know? But all right, so Miss Lyons, let's get into it. So you're born and raised where exactly? Mova?
No, actually, that's one question I can't really totally answer, and I will explain why.
Okay.
As a little girl, we moved a lot. Most of my life was Spiti Valley.
Yes.
And Omitu. Those are the two places we lived the longest.
Okay.
But we lived Tumaca, Gonzales. At the time we worked on Silas, Peter. We moved. We moved. As a parent, you're renting, so you had to be moving and stuff, and we fall on hard times, so always had to keep moving. So I can't tell. That people be like, "Hey, all my life I lived in this particular area or spot." I cannot say that.
So you said you lived in Silas and Beatum area?
Yeah, my mom had a friend of my mom's. It's called my aunt, and there were a time where we needed somewhere to just stay for a bit. We would be there.
Wow. That explains a lot, because I'm gonna get deep into the interview, but it seemed from the outside looking in, and like I said, I've met you before. You've met so many people in the travels, but we have met before. And from the outside looking in, you're very down-to-earth, just normal individual. And I say that with, of course, a whole lot of respect. But, with this entertainment industry, some people kind of go astray, if you know what I mean, So with that being said, I really appreciate your humble way about you, if I put it that way.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. So what was the schooling like? Well, let me back up a little bit. So your mom herself was also in the industry. She was a singer as well, right?
Yeah, my mom was a singer, and the reason why we're using the word was because she's not alive anymore. RP, she died in 2002. Yeah. So I know a lot of people get mixed up thinking that, she's my mom, but she's, at a time, was stepmom. But all my brothers and sisters, we all have different mothers.
Okay.
Only thing we sharing is father. So it's 5 kids, 5 mothers. That's it.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
So what was the early days like? What was Terri Lyons like as a young lady growing up in these different?
Wasn't nowhere close to a young lady because I used to be climbing tree, playing in mud, playing football, egg fight.
You're that tomboy then?
Nowhere close to getting cuts, rolling downhill with bike with no brakes. Running from dog. Yeah, boy, that's me. I have the cuts still to show on my legs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So what was the schooling like?
I attended Nelson Street Girls RC. That's right in Port of Spain. That school right by the church there. Yeah, the schooling was great. I went to Nelson Street Girls. That's where I started singing the Calypso and entering little Calypso competitions and so forth.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to do it outside of the school because at that time the school was a little strict. They were more on academics. But because back in those days, we used to have like the nuns and them walking through the school in the black and white. I mean, we don't see that now, but back in the days, they had it, and we had to go to church like every Monday and Friday or something like that, Wednesday or something. Because the church is right next to we just had to cross the street, so we don't miss it. So it was a very well behaved. They really want us to do much running and stuff, but the teachers were great.
Yeah.
The teachers was Mrs. Amora, Boxhill, Mrs. Walker. The teaching was great.
Wow, remember the names too, eh?
Yeah. When you have a great foundation, just can't forget.
True. All right. Secondary school. What was the secondary school?
Shogunas. I even attended Barataria.
Okay.
Yeah, Barataria from primary. Went to Barataria and then came to Shogunas.
Yes.
And after that was just straight into working.
Yeah.
I work in a clothing store. In fact, I was working for KMC. Yeah, I was working for KMC that time, and that's when I realized I was not to work for nobody.
Yeah. I'm gonna piggyback on that last statement, but I know where you're coming from.
Yeah, I need to work for myself. I was like, I can't do this.
Very young age, right? It seemed like who discovered that you had this talent to sing? Was moms or people in the community, or just you singing in the bathroom or whatever? How you realize you had this
my mom was the one that my mom was always the driving force behind it. Yes, my dad knew that I could sing, but my mom was the person to put me in everything. Best Village. I used to dance with Northwest Laventille. She had me in gymnastics. She had me in Miss Lauren Rive. I went up for my senior comprehensive. I used to do modeling with Radical Designs. She's the one entered the junior Soca Monarch. I didn't enter the jump, but I sang the team song for the first ever junior Soca Monarch. And so all those school Calypso competitions. She was the driving force behind it.
Wow.
Vocal training at home, reading exercise. Plus, I used to do a lot of karaoke competitions. So that's on the R&B and jazz side. Yeah. Every one of them. So she was the driving force behind my talent, per se, in everything, not just the singing. Any little talent she see that I have, she may not have the money to send me to get proper training. She herself will actually teach me or something. So I guess that is why most of the times I get things done on my own. I guess that's why.
That's impressive. That's very, very impressive, man. Because once again, well-rounded. No, you pretty much came through the ranks, as they would say. I just want to share this really quickly because I try to do each interview a little different. So I actually Googled it and I put Terri Lyons reviews out of curiosity. Right? This is what came up. It said, overall, Terri Lyons' music is proof of the ability of music to unite people and spur constructive change. She embodies the spirit of roots and reggae, calypso, whether she's playing live or in the studio. That says a lot. How you feel about that statement?
I feel great. I just feel real nice because let me tell you something. I am my biggest critic.
Yeah.
You understand? I take advice as like a child would take candy. Because I believe my mom always trained me that don't care how great you are, you always in a learning, keep in a learning spirit, right? Because and always remember that don't care how great you are and how much you may know, there might be somebody who ain't know as much as you that could still teach you something, right?
Yeah.
So I always have so I am my biggest critic. So I always feel like, I wonder if people listening, oh gosh, I didn't do this good enough. They ain't hear me, and so forth. And then after comments like these, or people will come up to me and be like, you just continue doing what you're doing. And then one of the greatest moments of that too is having teenagers.
Yeah.
Because I'll be like, just not taking me on. I'm singing Calypso. Yes, I sing Soca too, but my Soca don't already play that much on radio, so they ain't really know it.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, and I'm sure I'm not on Calypso. They don't know. And to see like 13-year-olds, 1980, still going to school Form 2, and they'll come up and say, like, I love you so much. I'll be like, you know my music.
Yeah.
Because we have this, thing that, these youths not listening to, but they are listening. So it really makes me feel like right, Terri, getting the job done.
Yes.
You're getting the job done. You are being heard. Just continue doing what you're doing. Stay focused. And just stay focused. And as always, again, my mom have to jump in this again. Also trained me that take the good and the bad comments.
Yeah.
Because I do get bad comments. Not really on the talent. I mean, in the beginning, I used to get too black to make it.
As you mentioned that, I got to interject really quickly. So I had the opportunity to interview a dad a couple of years ago. He told me the story on how he got the name Super Blue, and it was the most hilarious thing I've ever heard before. So you saying that, just took me back to that moment. But it's. He said you're too dark, which is ridiculous. And what else?
But times has changed. Time has changed. I got my family shadow. I can't push through that. That was it. It doesn't even be more on my song. Sometimes somebody don't like the song. They'll be like, I don't like that song. This one better. And I'll be like, and I think sometimes I just want people to understand you can give advice without being so brilliant. You can say, hear it. I don't really like this song. I think you should have rethink this song, or they could have gotten a better topic for you to sing on, right? But don't be like, I don't like that song. This other person's song better. Like, what that other person have to do with it? But if it's one thing I have is skin like rhino, tough skins.
But they had that tough skin though.
Yeah, of course. Beginning when I started singing, my mom used to always let me know, yo, not everybody's going to like you.
True.
My mother was not the gentle parenting kind of female.
Yeah.
So if I was performing and I didn't do well, she's going to tell me, Terry, you didn't do well. She's not going to be like, oh my God, that was so nice. And I just did a whole set of madness on stage. Yeah. She was never that kind of parent. Our custom, you know, the little criticism. If it has something, somebody wants to tell me, Terry, I didn't like what you do or said or something, I just be like, okay, what I do? And I just listen. Because sometimes we just have to take one of our problem as artists. We just take certain things and have our emotions too much in front.
Yeah.
Yes, I know some of these people disrespectful, but we sometimes just have to leave it. Once you're in this business, you have to be open for everything that is open out there. And you know how the Caribbean people speak. They're not studying on them. Don't hurt his feelings. Them don't hurt her feelings. No, they just float out and then think after.
Yeah. I think it really boils down to you really have to have confidence within yourself and know exactly the direction you're trying to go. And believe in your talent.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I did mention your father a moment ago.
Yeah.
How was it growing up with a famous dad? Because, you know, your dad is Emmanuel. And I know, you know, how was that growing up? Known as Super Bowl. Did you realize he was that popular?
Yes, I know he was popular because I used to see him on the papers, and then I had no social media yet. Yeah. On the papers or on the news, or if I'm away, like in house, only once he had a house in Arima at that time when Arima was now developing. He had a house on that side, yeah. And my mom, him, and myself were living in the house. And as much as we were in the house, I still used to hardly see him. So I know people expect that question to be like, yeah, when we in the house, we normal. When he shows up, he's normal daddy to me. He comes, eat, sleep, then next day he gone. And sometimes I see him for a whole month or a week or sometimes a whole year. So I used to see him more in papers, TV and stuff and things like that. So I just have the understanding like, you know what, this is my dad. He also have his dream. You understand? A child, you know, we were like, why dad didn't come and look for me? But you get older, everybody have a dream. Everybody is running from something and trying to pursue something and trying to accomplish something in their life that, you know. So that is his dream. He always wanted to accomplish it. And there is still dreams that he wants to accomplish. You understand? And I don't believe your age should stop you from accomplishing that. So yeah, it was just, to me, he's daddy. To everybody else, he's Super Blue.
Yeah.
I used to just want to see him. That's it. I'm normal. Me asking him to sing no song or whatever. Yeah, when he in the house, it's normal. Daddy, I could go to the one. Daddy, I could get something to eat. Normal. Yeah. It was normal, daddy. Because when he home, it's normal. He bareback in the boxers, walking up and down with always food in his hand. Or food or plate in his hand. Then he goes to sleep. He watch the Western. Yeah, but so it wasn't like, oh my God, Bob is my father. And but as I say, most of the time is on papers, TV, or if we somewhere and say, hey, I saw your father yesterday. Sometimes I don't even know he in the country.
Wow.
I say, oh, my daddy in the country? Yes. But you grow, you understand, you don't judge, you listen, and you learn from that example.
True. So you mentioned you have 5 siblings. Do you guys all, you know each other? Like, you know,
we all know each other, but we all did not grow up with each other. Because there's 5 mothers, 5 siblings. We all not living in the same house. We living in different parts of Trinidad, and we not seeing each other as often as brothers and sisters that grow up and has the same mother and father. even if they have these different fathers still living in the same house because they have one mother.
Yeah.
Because most of the times it's the mothers that have the kids, not really the fathers. You understand? If it was the other way around, one mother, different fathers, then yes, all of us would have been in the same house.
Yeah.
That's one of the advantages most fathers have. They could come and go whenever. The mothers can't. So having 5 mothers, all of us were with our mothers in different places. Sometimes a whole year, maybe 2 years past, we didn't see each other. So we didn't have that kind of relationship like that to say, well, hey, yeah, we having like if we have birthday parties or anything. My mom and I was going through it, so we didn't even have money to even have birthday parties for me. So it didn't have no to even invite anybody anywhere. But that is how we grew up, you understand? It's only when we became adults, we tried to salvage whatever, we could have when we were young, but there was still a little gap. I'm cool. My brothers, Raymond, Austin, sister, Crystal. A lot of people don't know about Crystal. She don't sing or anything like that, but she lives out there in Miami. She's the elder. She's the firstborn, Crystal. Yeah, she's the firstborn. She's the firstborn, then Faye, and then me, then Austin, then Raymond.
Okay.
So we don't know each other like that. I can't even tell it was the favorite color. But at the end of the day, we speak, we keep in contact. We have our kids mingling and stuff and things like that. For those who we have the relationship with. And I just thankful for what we could salvage right now. That's it.
Well, I'm a person that's big on family, and I totally understand, where you're coming from. It sounds like your heart is willing and like you definitely would like a closer relationship, not just for yourself, because you have a son as well. Am I correct? For the kids' sake, the next generation, so to speak. I really wish that whole situation, and not to get into the family politics and stuff like that. There's hope that you guys could, bridge that gap. And of course, it seemed like her name always comes up. I've interviewed her as well in the past. Terri Lyons, and of course, an interview I've passed with just made a comment and it went kind of left. Most people took it the wrong way. I understand your point that you were trying to make, but I want to ask you: do you think it's any way possible, in the near future, hopefully, that you guys?
I have a great relationship with my brothers and my elder sister, and we are working, and we are good.
Good.
We are good.
All right. So I'm still looking. I'm hopeful I'm going to hear a Terri and Faye song sometime in the near future. Hopefully. All right. So 1978, Calypso Rose was the first female artist to win the Calypso.
Yep.
Right. Then you had Miss Singing Sandra.
Mm-hmm.
Won it twice in 1999 and 2003. And then we have the world famous Terri Lyons in 2020. And also, and I need some help here, you won the Queen of Queens.
The Queen of Queens Calypso regional competitions. That is a competition that's kept in Montserrat. In order to qualify, you have to be either the highest placed female in your island, or you won the Monarch, more or less. So it's not a competition that you could just enter. You have to either win the Monarch in your country or be the highest placed female. Because we know it's a male-dominated industry, so most times it's a male coming first in Calypso Monarch. Because since 1939, there's only 5 women ever win Calypso Monarch in Trinidad and Tobago. 5. Right? So that's why they say the highest placed female. So if a man come first and a female come third or fourth, she's going over to represent Trinidad in Montserrat. When you win that competition, you are not just the Calypso Queen of Trinidad and Tobago, because you are going against other queens, other monarchs from other Caribbean. So when you win that crown, you are the Queen of the Caribbean.
Yes.
All right. So so I won it 3 times. The first time I ever was a part of it was in 2022. I won it in 2022, 2023, and 2024. The first woman to ever win it back to back. So I enjoyed it. I like the experience over there. All the other queens from the other islands, everybody have a different sound. So that was very interesting to hear, not just different accents sing Calypso, but everybody have their different feel like, all right, in Barbados, they use a lot of melody, a lot of arrangements and stuff. So it have a girl called Crystal, a lot of arrangements, and that sounds great. So it is nice to see the same genre with everybody little taste of a little of their own vision of how it should sound. And it was really interesting, and it had some very strong girls there. Yeah, vocally especially. Yeah.
So
They didn't come to play.
So you're the official Billy Ocean Caribbean Queen.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. That was great. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm working on the background, so that's why his name is so close to my brain. But yeah.
Yeah. So that's a great competition, The Montserrat people accepted me, and I love it.
Imagine floating on the Chesapeake Bay, waves gently lapping, stress melting away. Now picture this, a spa but make it nautical. Welcome to Be Well Boats by Floating Needs. We're not just boats, we're floating sanctuaries of bliss. Drift away your worries with a massage while cruising the coastline. Choose from dockside, open water, or beachfront wellness experiences. Aromatherapy, hot stone massages, henna, scalp treatments. We're redefining relaxation. Why settle for ordinary when you can float to extraordinary? Perfect for birthdays, anniversaries, bridal parties, even waterfront weddings. Located at Canton Waterfront, Baltimore. Ready for your aquatic escape? Call 844-727-BOAT or visit floatingneeds.com. Your relaxation awaits.
Tired of coming home to a mess? Sick of your office looking like a disaster zone? Say hello to MNS Pro Clean LLC. We're not just cleaners, we're mess-busting superheroes. From stubborn stains to dusty corners, we tackle it all. Our team swoops in with eco-friendly products and state-of-the-art equipment, leaving your space spotless. Whether it's your cozy apartment or bustling office, we've got you covered. No job too big, no grime too tough. Imagine walking into a sparkling clean space without lifting a finger. That's the MNS Pro Clean Magic. Don't waste another minute scrubbing. Call us now, 443-509-9418, and experience the Pro Clean difference. Your future self will thank you. MNS Pro Clean, where cleanliness meets excellence.
Hey, DMV, is your car giving you trouble? Look no further than MB Auto Repair LLC. They are not just fixing cars, they are reviving dreams on wheels. From mysterious engine noises to stubborn transmissions, their expert, certified, and experienced mechanics tackle it all. From oil changes and maintenance, brake service, tire service, etc., affordable pricing with transparent quotes. That's the MB Auto difference. They are fast, reliable, and honest. Don't let car troubles stall your life. Swing by MB Auto Repair LLC. Your vehicle deserves the best, and so do you. MB Auto Repair LLC, your car's new best friend in the DMV. Call today 410-444-0500.
I loved it. I had the experience. I'm not sure. 2025 there, that competition is be held in December. Yeah. So, around Christmas time.
Yeah.
So that's their celebration into their carnival during Christmas time into January.
They're lucky, man. Have it nice again. I kind of 2-for-1 special.
Yes.
All right. So you also, I believe you're still a member of SAS the band, the all-female band.
Well, SAS is not in existence anymore, actually.
Okay.
Per se, I mean, everybody has gone on in doing stuff. You see, I doing the Calypso as much as I'm still doing the Soca, but as I said, it's almost the Soca songs are still, in the groove of trying to get that airplay again, that getting out there. But the Calypso is where I kind of getting a more breakthrough with. So, but Nadia is still there in my corner. Everybody, because the girls and they were colors. Some of them went to school to do certain things, so they're pursuing that right now.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense, man. Makes sense.
Yeah.
You mentioned Nadia Batson. You and Nadia is very close. You guys actually wrote a song together. I Am Lion.
Yes, that was, and actually Nadia wrote the song.
Okay.
She had a song there, and she told me, Terry, I have a song, but you had to come up the road and hear it. Nadia wrote that song because she saw. I get a few things to myself and so forth, but at that time I actually broke down. And Nadia was there to, talk to me and me through it, big sis there. And she was the big sis, and she approached me some years before that to be a part of the band, and that was like real big for me because I'm like, Nadia Batson asking me to be a part of her band. You could real sing. You don't even need me. It's like, you want me to be a part of your band? It's nobody. That's how I use that. As I said, I'm my biggest critic. I want to song my song not play no way. I trying to get my song out there. Nobody studying me. I just a background vocalist, as some used to say. She's just a background artist, getting the Jones and stuff. And when she came up with the idea, asked me to be one of her singers. And what I've sang with other bands, but what make it even great with this band is that even in the times when Nadia did not need the band, she still carried the band. So everybody can get that. So when people ask about what artists help, who artists help other artists, I just tell them, yo, I can talk for Nadia. She helped me, all right? I don't know about the rest, but she helped me. When a bigger artist help you, is not a constant for the rest of your life help. There would be a time where you have to start to walk on your own. And that is what happens now. Everybody now venture on their own. Like, come on, we don't expect Nadia to hold we hand through she whole career. When she has her career to deal with also. The boost, the support, because there are times, there are trips that I wasn't really needed because I'm doing, if it's one thing she always pushed me to do, is to do my songs in the band. She didn't really like me doing cover songs. But when we go to like the islands, I would just do like about 2 cover songs. And when Nadia don't need to carry me to the islands. You understand me? If you understand what I'm trying to say.
That's exactly where you're coming from.
You understand me? She's a powerhouse by herself. But she still used to take me along and so forth and pay very well. Understand? Every year price increasing. You're not expecting these things from somebody that you're not related to. Nadia has been there emotionally for me and for other girls in the band too. So I appreciate that and I appreciate the startup. I appreciate the startup. She just gave me that spark to start the flame and I continue burning. And I know I always have her support.
Nice. Big up to Nadia Batson, man. I have to get on, but I always hear good things about Nadia Batson. I met her once, but we never interviewed. Nice. I really am happy that you took time to elaborate on that. So I also discovered, and I'm sure a lot of people may or may not know, because I just found out that you are actually award-winning lead actress.
Yes, yeah. In 2010, I always liked acting, and I used to watch a lot of sitcoms long time, I'm like, yo, I want to do one of this. Because I'm a comedian, so I like to laugh. So, but I always liked acting. And this guy, Kevin, he approached me some years ago and he said, Terri, I'm doing a movie. And I was like, okay, I had to go audition and stuff and things like that. And I got through with the role. The role was No Soca, No Life. And we did it. It was a short film. A short film at that time. And they had the awards now. As I said, I am my biggest critic. So we did the short film and time for awards. Terri showed up to the People Awards late because I said, yo, I'm not going to win anything. This is my first time ever acting. I'm not going to win anything. So because I'm accustomed hearing people telling me so much, you had to pay your dues, And the Calypso, my gosh, I get that plenty. Well, you ain't win because you had to pay your dues. Right. So I carry that with me all the time. So I don't get my hopes high to be disappointed. When I show up for the awards director and the writer of the movie, Kevin, he was like, Terri, where you was, Lord? You won? I said, I win? I said, you lying. I win. Yes, I wasn't here to collect it. He had to collect it on my behalf. I said, I didn't think I would have win going up against other local actors from the Caribbean. Like, this is my first time even attempting. I didn't have no years of experience, so I ended up winning it. I said, well, I here for the food then. Everybody know I love my belly. So I was like, I guess I here for the food.
Nice. So what about acting that you enjoy?
I like, first of all, I know even though it had singing in the movie, I really like doing movies that don't really have singing in it, just to challenge my acting skills more. But this one had singing in it. But I don't know why. I just love the acting and the natural way of acting. Now, people don't know the difference between natural acting and what we will call best village acting.
Yes.
There's a difference, right? And I really just like the acting, that natural flow.
Yeah.
It's like if we are speaking right now, you know. But I really like the didn't know it's so much of hours.
Yeah.
Just to say about 4 lines, you know.
Yeah.
The different angles you have to get it and so forth. I wasn't fond of being slapped, but it was fun getting it done, making it look as real as possible.
Well, look, I haven't seen the movie yet, but did you say you get slapped in the movie?
Yes, I got slapped. Penelope Spencer acted my mom in that version. Because it's 2 versions it had. We just finished a version of it. The second version is early last year.
Yeah.
To do an hour and something length of the movie. So right now it's in editing form. It's supposed to come out later on this year into next year. So yeah, Penelope Spencer was she was my mother in the movie. And every time she slapped me and the cameras go off, she go like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm telling you.
You deserve that award, man. You deserve
Yeah,
that
and
award.
because she said when Kevin said all right, so we have that. All you want to do it, you talking to the cameraman, all you want to do it one more time. But then she said, no.
That's crazy.
But it was fun.
Yeah,
but one of the things that I think that also helped me too, you see, when you are on a set with an experienced actor, if it's one thing I could do is bounce off. So when you have somebody like Penelope Spencer acting with you,
yeah,
I know how to learn on the spot also. So while we're doing our lines, while it's being recorded,
yeah,
or while it's being shot, I will bounce off of her naturalness and be like, all right, Terry, this is how we are. So it's easier that way for me than doing it with someone who cannot act. So it's like how to, because I would watch her face expression like, okay, she looking real. So I had to, and come real.
That makes sense. That's true. I believe in that too. I would believe in order to grow, you have to be around people that and that creates a certain synergy that you need. So we'll be looking forward to some more presentations from you in the movie, the thespian world.
Yes, soon, 2026 is coming.
Nice. You're also big into fashion. You mentioned one of your first jobs in the early years. You worked in a I believe a clothing store.
Yeah, the type of fashion, like, when you watch the runways, you will see some unusual clothing that most people won't wear. I'm into those kind of things.
Weird looking things.
I wear like out of the box clothing. I mean, I don't go too drastically in Trinidad because we understand to that. What is that? What's we performing in that? I hold back a little, but I really love fashion. Always love the fashion. I always like to look different. Sometimes people, especially with shoes, love to look different. And again, I'm going back to my mom, always had me like that. She never had me following the crowd. So when everybody all know, okay, let me be in the present day. Every child wants a spray ground bag.
Yeah.
My mother always trained me, all right, don't follow everybody. Seeing that everybody have a spray ground bag, you buy this bag and you will stand out.
Yeah. Your bag different.
Because if everybody have a spray ground bag, you will not stand out.
Yeah.
So if your whole school have a spray ground bag and you have this black bag with a Nike on it or a black bag with some kind of... So we did that. So it had a year, there were these bags with one set of pockets.
Yeah.
When I used to go to school, primary school, it had one set of pockets all over the bag. Every child want one. Every parent bought one for the child. You know what my mom bought for me? And I was so happy. I had a bag with a clock. A big clock. Yeah, my bag had a big clock. Yeah. I was the only child in school with a bag with a big clock. And guess what? All the teachers loved it. I will never forget, I was in standard 2. Yeah. All the teachers loved it. They loved it so much that my bag was used to help teach to tell the time in class.
Wow.
So Miss will always borrow my bag to hang it up in class and be like, all right, what's the time? Or if I'm going out in the yard and I have my backpack, the teacher will stop a child and say, what is the time on her bag? Okay. That's for the moment classes and thing. But if it's one thing, Terry stand out because my bag wasn't like anyone else. And that's how I have my son. We ain't going through that following everybody. We like to stand out. Yeah. Always train me to be a leader, not a follower.
You took me back with that bag talk, and I don't think I ever told this story before, but it's funny that you mentioned it because I remember in primary school. Remember them long time book bag, the green book bag.
Yeah.
Everybody had a bag.
It had one strap. I think it's one strap.
Exactly, one strap.
Yeah.
About everybody else in the class had the same bag. And one day I picked up the wrong school bag and went home. And time to do homework now, open up the book bag. My father look in the bag is a whole different scene.
Yeah, I can bring home a pencil. That is not mine at home. That is one thing.
Yeah.
You can bring home a pencil. That is not yours.
Yeah.
Or eraser. Anything. The sending you ride back home. My mom was very serious with that. Could not. And I think that is one, some people like to call certain things old school, but some of the old school things that we should just implement because I don't even do that with my son. He cannot come home with a pencil that is not his. What is this? Why this color pen? Why this pencil different to what I bought?
Yeah.
Or his friend's pencil must be end up. I said, get this back to him or her. Quick.
Right.
I just still search his bag. Of course.
Wow. You're strict.
I am searching bags before and after. I'll check it when you come from school and I'll check it before you go to school. Because trainers always try to slip. You can't be smart. You're not going to be smarter than you out here long before.
Yeah.
And we understand they don't. But I do.
Your son is also into the arts as well. Am I correct?
Yes, he loves pan.
Pan.
Mm-hmm. Pan. He plays with Cuba Joylanders.
Okay. Nice. Wow.
Yep.
So
and he loves it very much.
Yeah. Is it? Do you believe he's gonna get into the Calypso and Soca arena as well?
I asked him if he wants to sing time and time again. He'd be like, "Yeah, if you get my song, I'll do it," but he ain't really interested.
Yeah.
He ain't really interested. I see the passion and love that he will have for pan, especially if he sees someone playing pan or he hear. Sometimes we will be in the car and he will be down on his tablet, driving and like if I pass a pan side and he a pan, say, "Mommy, where that coming from?" I think just pass a pan side, and I will make the wrongs and just come back again so you can see the name of the pan side. But I know he love it, so yeah.
Terri, you're one of the very few artists, and believe it or not, I'm sure you know this as well, that pretty much master both Calypso and Soca. Now,
very few. The only other person than me that I know of was Chucky. Chucky. Chucky.
Yeah. In these modern times, I would say.
Yeah.
I know you've been asked this question before. Somebody's gonna pretty much not the same thing, but I'm gonna pretty much between Calypso. We both know Calypso and Soca is pretty much it's kind of a catch-22. I wouldn't say the same, but have like the same type of Soca came out of Calypso, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Which one you have a I would say cause natural too, but which one you have a passion for, or which one you enjoy doing most?
Because Calypso is not just music; it's part of our history.
Yes.
You understand? So when instead of the teaching us about Christopher Columbus, they could teach us that. I wish I had learned that in primary school.
Okay.
To show the seriousness of our music. So that is why I just go so hard for it. Calypso. This new generation now think it's Soca when it's Calypso.
Yes, true.
You understand me? And plenty of them think some of the beats that they hear now is new. Some of them feel the beat pattern is new. I was like, no, that's not new. That's been there. You just don't know the Calypsos that have that beat pattern.
Yeah.
You understand me? But again, all that does get me pissed off is that people don't do the research properly first before. Even if you'll go, when you watch billboards and stuff, do you see any Calypsonians on a billboard? Or being a ambassador to any kind of product?
This man, I'll say this.
No.
Jamaica.
4 crowns. 4 crowns I have, and it's like nothing still, but I not giving up. It didn't happen with me, it's going to happen with somebody else, because I believe there are some people are the starters, some people are the door openers, and there are some to go through the door.
Yeah.
And there would be some to actually accept an award. All of us not going to get the award.
True.
But all of us could have a part to play in getting one of us the award.
Yes.
You understand me? You understand? You could be on the journey, but that don't mean you will be at the end.
Yeah.
But you was part of it because you opened the door for the rest of them to get through in order to reach there to collect that award. And once we have that mindset, we'll be able to build our culture to a different level. And then nobody will have to complain. Yeah. But I just don't like when they just banish Calypso on the side. Yes, I know some of the Calypsonians themselves also had to take the blame because I don't put the blame on one person.
Yeah.
We had to buck up, you know, in quality, in marketing ourselves, putting ourselves out there as brands. But Trinidad and Tobago and the public also need to be a part of that too. If it's one thing, a Jamaican will go anywhere in the world and keep his accent. Why when a Trinidadian leave his country, his accent changes? All of this have a part to play in conserving our culture and music and arts and our fashion.
Yeah, that flag, man.
They don't have to walk. They don't even have to walk. The flag is the accent. The flag is the food. How they speak. That is their flag. That is your flag. The flag is the music you watch. You walk in a Jamaican restaurant, you're hearing reggae, you're hearing dancehall. You understand? I want when I call a corporate place or a business place in Trinidad, especially locally owned.
Yeah.
And they tell me, all right, hold on. And they playing music for me to hold on. I want to hear some Sudan Calypso or Soca.
Yeah.
We have enough. Why am I hearing R&B and pop music?
Facts. All right.
Then,
what's the Mount Rushmore of Calypso / Soca artists? So that'd be your top 4.
My top 4?
Yeah.
When top 4 in Calypso? My top 4?
Blend Calypso and Soca. Do you do it
separate? Oh, you blended?
Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, let's do Calypso and then we're gonna do Soca and Soca.
Okay. Well, but this guy did both Soca and Calypso. He even have a road march, I think. But like Kurt Allen, love Kurt Allen. I like the little gangster, Crocro.
I like how you say that, the little gangster.
I like the little gangster, Crocro. I mean, they're not alive, but you see, Shadow and Black Stallion. Watch now.
Yeah, I like a Shadow.
And it's not just the liking, it's just the melodies.
Yeah.
Especially with Black Stallion. And I love David Redder poetry writing. I like that. On the Soca side, I love Marshall Ethics. I love his ethics. People will complain, they have a lot to say, but I've been in studio with him a lot. And just like how he listens to things. There are a lot of people who see certain sides of certain people. My dad, gosh, that man determination is on a different level. My dad, in Soca, boy, because plenty of us came from Calypso. Yeah. Even Olatunji came from Calypso. From Alves.
Yeah.
You understand? But one of his biggest songs, I gotta smile for them, wait for them, say hi for them. That is fine for them. I don't need to make it strong to make my family proud. Watch now.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
Them melodies, I know he write on that.
True.
And when I saw him, I said, that is a Calypso flow here. Yeah, of course. But a lot of the DJs, a lot of the new producers and things don't know that. They just thinking it's our next big Soca song. Cohen, no. He does right. I like to hear Cohen sing on certain how he will attack a rhythm then on how he write songs. I like that. And his tone.
Yeah, his tone. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Cohen Dubois.
Wow. History, man. History. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. So this part of the podcast is called 2000 Questions About Me. It's pretty much a book that I brought a couple of years ago, and in this book is 2000 questions. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ask you to pick a number from 1 to 2000. The number will be the question that's going to be asked out of the book.
All right. Okay.
Your call. What number?
1000.
1000. All right. Let me go. 1000. Let me see. 1000. Here we are. 1000. Just saw it. 1000. Okay. What is the meaning of life? In your own words, what is the meaning of life for you?
The meaning of life for me is life is a teacher. Life is our invisible teacher, your everyday teacher. And sometimes we thinking that life is like against us, but no, it's teaching us. It's putting us through the motions of learning how to accept.
Yes.
Learning how to overcome. Learning how to resolve. learning how to use your emotions, how to forgive, how to fight. And I'm not talking about physically fighting, but determination. And it brings knowledge, because after going through the hardest set of pain, there is knowledge within that.
Yes.
And as I always tell people, as much as I had a hard time growing up and we didn't have our own place and we had to sleep in people's living room and, you know, we getting put out and all these little things.
Yeah.
If I had time to go back and change anything, I wouldn't change nothing, because it grew. I grew up so tough, to be the person that I am right now. If I was sheltered too much, things that happening to me or had happened to me throughout my life, I might have committed suicide. You understand me? So it teaches you. Life is your biggest teacher. And I believe that. Life is your biggest teacher. As much as I will complain with, you know, and I stop saying small mercies, because what may be a small mercy is like something very big for somebody else who doesn't have, right?
Yes.
And I always thank for life. And as I always tell people, as much as it's not going right now, you get another day to not just complain, but find out how to overcome it.
Yes.
You understand? And with the rose, life is great, you know. But with the rose, you also have to, accept the thorns that come with it.
Yeah.
Most things that are beautiful have some sort of way thing to it.
Yeah.
A rose is beautiful, but it have thorns. And I believe that life is a teacher, is our teacher. It tests, in order to we were born knowing the right from wrong, and that is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Because we have the power of choice, and it's our greatest teacher. I believe that. I learn a lot just on my own.
You mentioned life. Next Tuesday, the 23rd, to celebrating your birthday.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
This rude to ask a woman her age, so I won't. What does this new birthday means to you? I will put it that way.
Well, one of my greatest things is just being alive to take care of my son. Because it was one thing I was always asked God, God, I just asking you to bless me with health and strength and long life for both myself and my son, so I could take care of him. Because I don't. My biggest fear is somebody else taking care of him and ill-treating him or anything like that. Because I'm telling you, I will haunt them and the whole generation.
I gotta go through, mama.
Yeah. So I just thank God for life. Like last year, I spoke to my friend, because my son is 3 days after me. So actually for my birthday, I'll just be preparing for his own. Okay? Yeah. You know, they say when you have a birthdays again. So and he's 3 days after me. So it's like, you're so close. And last year, I told him, I said, hear it. For your birthday, you may not get anything and so forth. And he was cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
With it. He was cool with it. Because I also want him to learn that birthdays don't always have to come with presents.
Yeah.
You know, that's such as my birthday, didn't get nothing, no want to cry and ball along the place and all. Not yet. We ain't doing that.
Yeah, that's true, man.
We're not doing that. You have to learn the value of life, and the value of life is the greatest thing.
Yes.
You understand? More or less now, if I said, yo, what you want for Christmas or what you want for your birthday, you'll be like, I know anything. What is your budget, mom? What we could afford right now? Because he watch, you know, understand me, and I like that. So yeah. My birthday for me, that it means another day to continue just being alive, because I'd make it through the year for me. 22 to the 22 is a year for me.
Yeah. Well, I just want this opportunity to, of course, wish you more life, more blessings on the birthday, and many, many more.
Thank you.
Of course. And I definitely want to congratulate you on, you know, all the successes over the years and the contribution to the arts and culture. And keep doing your thing, man. I'm a fan. I've always been a fan. And like you said, I met you in person, and the same way that I envision is the same way when I met you. Just cool, calm, and down to earth. You know, there's vibes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wish you all the best, man. Much love, much success, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Terri Lyons, give thanks.
And that's a wrap on another episode of AlonzoBash Podcast. If you're loving the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Your reviews mean the world to us, so take a moment to leave one if you can. It really helps us grow and reach more awesome listeners like you. Speaking of awesome, share this podcast with your friends and family. Now here's a little treat for you. Use the code BASH for 10% off your next purchase from any of our amazing sponsors. You can find their details in our episode descriptions. Until next time, as Alonzo would say, stay focused on your goals and dreams. See you on the next episode.
Jesus, Lord, put a hand. These wicked people. Oftentimes, life hits so hard. Trust me, I know that. Trust me, I know that. And oftentimes, I can't seem to find any motivation. It's only frustration. But I can't afford to slow the pace. No, it's not time to lose the faith. One thing I know, mommy race a fighter, fighter. But mind the people want me fail. But each time I fall, I rise again. Then I get in that satisfaction, yeah. I all they try, them try. Them can't take my joy. Them can't take my joy from me. No way, that why all they lie, them lie. Them can't take my joy. Them can't take my joy from me. No way, that's why I still winning, still smiling, counting my blessings every day, every day, every day. I still winning, still shining, counting my blessings every day, every day. Oftentimes, you feel like you have too much to bear, but hold on tight, and don't let your heart fill up a fear. 'Cause sometimes, hard times will show you who you have on your side, yeah. Who down for the ride, yeah. I can't afford to slow the pace. Now is not time to lose the faith. One thing I know, mommy raise a fighter, fighter. But mind the people want me fail. But each time I fall, I rise again. Them ain't getting that satisfaction, yeah. That why all they try, them try. Them can't take my joy. Them can't take my joy from me. No way, that why all they lie, them lie. Them can't take my joy. Them can't take my joy from me. No way, that's why I still winning, still smiling, counting my blessings every day, every day, every day. I still winning, still shining, counting my blessings every day, every day. Boy, yo, yo, oh na 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 na. Boy, yo, yo, oh na 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 na. Boy, yo, yo, oh na 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 na. That why all they try, them try. Them can't take my joy. Them can't take my joy from me. No way, that why all they lie, them lie. Them can't take my joy. Them can't take my joy from me. No way, that's why I still winning, still smiling, counting my blessings every day, every day, every day. I still winning, still shining, counting my blessings every day, every day. Boy, yo, yo, oh na 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 na. Boy, yo, yo, oh na 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 na. Boy, yo, yo, oh na 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 na. Hey.